Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Edna here, and of course, if you see me, okay, it's a cat that is playing with our content. So when you see me and you see her in my channel, it's game
time.
yeah. But right now it's not game time. We are used to that. So today we just decided that like we should have a conversation about like things about our generation like right now with things kwa ground venye ziko. So the imagination of our minds of things how to run, but sasa the reality with the comparison with the reality on the ground about relationships. So if it's gonna be a topic that is going to be sensitive or attack you, whether you're sorry in advance, you're just giving out our opinions. If you also agree with some of the things you're going to share, comment down below or tell us how for you maneuvered or learned about that, the hard way, the right way, the right angle to look at it. So very welcome and thank you for the comments, the new commenters. I feel you guys and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for 200 subscribers.
Yeah, congratulations, girl.
I feel like we have hit 1 million. So our road to eternity. Me, I'll tell God,
Road to the silver button.
yes. So Lord,
in Jesus' name.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So I guess now, because now Sasa Mindy, your host, she's going to start with her first point.
All right.
Yes.
Hi guys. What's up, everybody? My name is Aurelia Pendo. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So, so this is how we entered, or rather, I entered into a relationship with certain expectations, but the reality. So, number one is that we must agree with each other all the time. Yani, somebody that you live with every day. I'm talking about somebody that you live with every day because this is how you get to know how a person breathes, how they sleep, how they go to the toilet, how you disagree on so much because umelelewa in a certain way, umelelewa ukijua hoho aitoleangu zile vitu za ndani, alafu yeye mama yake alimlea hoho inatoleangu asili. Do you know that you guys will argue over that because you know it is this way, he knows it is
This way.
so never go into a relationship thinking you will agree all the time. Most of the time you will in fact disagree.
Wow.
So that's my point number one.
But I totally agree with that. Now, like, it's gonna be different. You'll have the highs and the lows. In fact, if the relationship you're all agreeing, then there's one person is pretending. There's one pretender in that shenanigan because it's not even a relationship. Because you're supposed to air out your views, and just because you're in love does not mean that they should be similar or same.
Agreements.
Yes. So for me, I'm gonna dive right into it. I'm going to talk about from my angle, the sexual, angle. So like when I wrote down that as my first point is that like me thinking loud about, okay, for me I'm trying to use a different journey towards that topic. So my expectation is that when I come here out, I'll meet someone who share the same core values of waiting, waiting for marriage or something like, similar to that. And they're open to, some things and some things they're not open to. So for me, like one thing I've gotten to learn that core ground, people will not have the same, were not taught the same way you were taught. For me, probably let's say I'm that way because I've been taught by my parents. But now, kwa ground, imanishi kila mzazi alikuwa anaambia the children wangoje ama, it's good to wait or what. That is one big reality. I had to, inakugonga hivi on your face that, hey, people here outside are experiencing. What are you waiting for, by the way? What are you waiting for? Yeah. But if there is something like my dad, and I want to like big ups my dad so much, is that he told me, he was like, when you go outside there, your opinions will not like be similar to others, and they'll try to bring you to the other side. So from the beginning, learn to, if you say you don't want to do this, don't do this, or don't be talked into something doing like that. So for my first point is the time to start having it. So, like, especially like on ground, like for me, my own opinion is that people do rush quickly after like they meet and they're like, oh, I'm feeling some, and especially like the time it takes before you have the first experience. A lot of stories that I've had is rush, Morife, it's an experience that like everyone is like running towards it. There's a gold medal for it, and also like for me, like I hold it so big for me to rush to doing it. So even if I'm to do it before, like I'll really take my time before and kwa ground machala unakosa nini unanyima nini, and some good ones go, but like when you have the confidence that you know why you're waiting and the reason you want to do this, then the next one will come. And life moves on. But I've dated guys who have, they were willing to wait, and the dating was awesome. I can't complain.
I think I'd add something on that. Me, I'd say right now, most girls, sorry to say or correct me if I'm wrong, have nothing else to offer in a relationship other than sex. And on the other hand, guys want any sex is like
necessity,
is like a must. We are dating for you to give me this, so you have to give it. So when it comes and you are celibate, you need to celibate, right? So you're celibate, you want to keep yourself until marriage. In this generation, it is so hard because one, you have pressure from your peers. Okay, when you what? They look at you like, what? No.
Can you have some magic? Come out,
I even thought you were lying to me by the way.
The first time you're like, it's okay.
Yeah, I think I mean, I'm not sure, but with time I've come to see it is that, and I'm so proud of her. You find so anyone you attracted that choose to like wait until the right time. So I'd say this generation is just messed up. It's just so messed up. They use sex for the wrong reasons, and
to stay.
And if we can have more of you who are still willing to like go on the right path and show people that kuna watu kama sisi bado that are still willing to wait.
And it's not right for everyone that's the right path, for you could be, for someone else could be, I want to experience it right now. That doesn't mean it's wrong. I'm just saying, like, take your time before experiencing it and get to understand even the person like you. So it's not for all of you to, that's the right way, but for me, that's the journey. Now, for me, the surprises I get is that everyone is like, oh no, we're doing this. No, me, I want this. So you're like, it's not on the table. Goodbye, bro.
This can be such a whole other topic on its own.
The journey and the mystery. So yes.
To the next one.
This next point.
My next expectation was that whoever I'm dating should respect me as much as I respect them. According to me, it should be so. Like, if I could go one-way traffic, like if I respect you, you should also respect me and vice versa. Si ati respect kwetu ati ni dem ana respect chali yake. It should be also the man respecting the chick. But kwa ground, the reality that you find kwa ground, I don't know if it is the African society tradition, I don't know, that it is the girl who is supposed to respect the man and be submissive. Okay, I'm not saying do not be submissive, but respect should go both ways. That is my point.
Yes, two-way track. But they really like, on that, my friend, it has to be two-way. I can't be respecting you and you're here disrespecting me. That is already a turn off and red flag, and I'm gone.
True.
Moriferan, I'm lost. I'm gone. I don't know, who are you? Did we talk? No, me, I'm done. Like, respect is very, like, there are those key things. No, you cannot maybe talk to me however you want.
And then you expect me to just,
bro, no, because I'm a woman. No, please, no. So for me, the next point was about like maybe I'll relate that to somehow familiar to that is about women working. Like the generation before, like for our moms, most of them weren't like working. They used to stay at home and their husband brings them things, like that. But now the now generation, they are called the
Gen Z.
Gen Z generation, where we women want to go out and hustle.
Yeah.
And then the shocking part where the reality on the ground is that we want to work, but now the men being able to accommodate someone who wants to work and bring some money in the house, no, it brings a conflict because they think you're competing or something, and you're like, this is our own family we want to build. Why should I be the one remaining at home? You bring me stuff, and maybe you are struggling in some areas of finances.
Yeah.
So for me, that is one thing that I really applaud for this generation, that women want to go and hustle. They want to go and hustle and also get your money. A good percent. The others who are still, baby girls. So for us who want to go and hustle, I think it's a really good thing. And I think that the universe and life will also give us partners who understand that and will support you through that journey. Because the family ni yenu. It's not ya mtu mmoja.
Wow. So I'd add to that and say, there's a disrespect also right now with this generation that comes with a woman that just stays in the house, does not have an income. There's a disrespect. Disagree to agree or disagree. There's a disrespect that comes from your person, your husband, your boyfriend, that you're just in the house and unamtegemea for everything, including even the tiniest of stuff. There's a disrespect. You cannot compare right now to previously when our fathers were so proud to provide for the families.
Yes, it used to be very rare for like the dad usikia disrespect the mom because the mom ako home anaangalia watu, but right now shadi pesa ya nini? Please girls, go get your money. Go get your money.
Yeah.
People will respect you even more for that. So your third point?
My third point is that he must need me as much as I need him.
True.
I think this, I don't know whether I relate kidogo na hiyo ya respect. Like, it is a two-way thing. You cannot do life alone. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can, but it is far much better when you have a life partner. So, you need me in certain things. Like, you cannot do certain things that I can, and I also cannot do certain things that you can do for me. So I need you as much as you need me.
Yeah. And the union is so good when you're together towards one direction.
Working towards one.
Yeah. Another one, like for me, I'll say is surprise is about weddings, especially like from my angle, being a church girl. Even we are both church girls by the way, but like now my opinion about it is that marriages, like if you go to, I wish like the society was so open to like, hey, I want to marry this guy, he's amazing, we really don't want a big wedding, we just want to like a small ceremony together. And but now every time there are very few pastors where you can approach them and tell them that, and that to be finalized. Most of them will be like, no, harusi like si yako ni ya sisi wengi. So you find when you're sad, so you find that the process ikiwa lengthened, most like
pressure on you.
Yeah, both of us, and even guys, most if they are rare, if you're dating someone who is a guy and is so psyched to have a wedding, that's a blessing. But like for me, most guys I've met, they're like, your process, manzi. It's not that I don't want to marry him or something. It's like true, it's tiresome. So you find that most people would want to have a wedding, but because of the process, they will maneuver to the other direction. So that is one of the opinion, like the now generation, all of us, and even people don't even understand the essence of marriage. I can come to your house and live with you, but not me going to pastor and saying, I want to live with this person, I want your blessings, I want your prayers. There are things spiritually, like he covers you with praying for you, and you going now starting your own family. So because they're also not aware of deep about history of marriage, they wanna maneuver ingi, wanapata watu wanapata shida, then you're like, you guys even didn't come to like the leaders to pray ama covering over your marriage ama over your husband. So that is one topic that I think weddings Hey, my
Are
friend.
overrated.
They are overrated. Like they are very simple. You can go get counseling and then you went to pale church mombe. There are few. I've
Or
only
just
had
sign
one.
for AG.
Like for me, like it's so important.
Or you just hold a
Yes.
small thing, like it's just close friends, family on both sides. And the most important thing is that you guys are happy, and that the most important thing is sign certificate number ring. The rest are highlights.
Like that's your marriage. So like for me it's very important that nipate your baraka even choosing that way. But now most people ukichoose hivi wako like pastors wako that's not the way churches do,
I
So
think
for me,
the
it's-
society just puts a lot of pressure on young. Like I was saying, the society puts so much pressure on young people that want to get married. Hadi watu wanaogopa kufanya harusi, and so they just prefer to do the kamwe stays. And yeah, I don't think it's, if the church is watching this, they need to let loose kidogo kwa hiyo place ya pressure wase to have so
the white gown na manini. Yes, so that was another one. So the reality, we really want to do the wedding but kwa ground, especially like unajua ukiwa huku nje unatafuta tu bishop mnamlipa then umefanya harusi imeisha. But now for like us watu wenye kwa church, like it's a different process tu, unaona hata wako like the process here.
But I think pia ukifanya kitu kidogo watu watasema wewe ni mchoya.
Ati hataki harusi ama like mko na mashida, mtu anasema hata you can't be able to finance a wedding, and that's not the issue. You just want, you just want to, simple and
Yeah, it's true. It happens.
too bad.
Maybe next. Oh, my other point, or my next point, I don't know what number we are in, is that the perception is that he should change for me if he loves me. That is how we expect, actually, because and vice versa. Where a guy think, or rather think someone expects you to change for him, ati unampenda utamchangia. But you change, you do everything that this person wants, and if they're not the one, they're not the one. So even if you change and you do what may change my number, I stopped talking to friends, it didn't work out. So do not change unless the change is very positive. Probably ni msiakuwa kwa chat but memleta kwa church, such things. But don't stop talking to ati friends hadi unaacha kuongea nao, umechange number ati juu ya relationship. I think people do that just to be able to manipulate you, because now they know you have no one else to talk to. You've changed for them, now you're in whatever right space they wanted you to be. Hadi nafika point you need someone to talk to and you don't have friends. So I wouldn't advocate you to change for somebody just because they love them. If they love you how you are.
Yes, if they love you for who you are. I think like I'm ever drawing a line to every like relationship or something. I'm not going to lose friends for you. Be clear about that. First of all, because I know to put boundaries with my friends, as in kuna beshti yangu naweza sikia something funny you are with, unless from the beginning it was there, but I put very good boundaries with my friends. So there is no I'm gonna lose friends for you. Oh no.
Don't. It's not worth.
Hey, it's not worth. Don't even change that. There are some too small minors, like the ones you have said positive one. Maybe I wasn't like this, but now I've become more. The good ones. Ukiona vitu zingine zenye, hata we like analyze if
it's worth changing for them.
Okay, for me, another like how will I say another point? Another point. Thank you. Another point is about religion, like if we compare the percentage of the before generation, most people were in churches, like even the youth, like full gospel, but right now unasikia like you'll meet people and they're telling me 10 years before I went to church, you're like ooh. So how is life?
Hizo watu wanaongelelea sherehe, sio church.
So like kwa ground, I will expect like, no, right now sisi tufanye hata better than our parents, you know, in ministry and stuff. Unapata msi like sasa hata church haendangi, na maybe hata the dad ni bishop. Yeye kanisa ilikuwa 10 years ago. Anacho kwa nyumba maybe akaenda sherehe zake. You know, it's so bad because like our parents, our grandparents, even if most of them were not born again, walifunza watoto kuenda church.
Yeah.
So those are our parents. So for right now us, sisi ndio hata tunafaa kwenda ile church kabisa juu na umeanza from ground, like umezaliwa in church hivyo. You know, for them it had to be, kuna mama fulani alikuona kijana akaanza kuvuruta church, but it's so bad like kwa ground, like we are fewer wenye bado wanafuata church na stuff. Yeah. Like kuna hata like people who have like ile constance ya ukimiss church like 1 month you feel vibaya. You know, some people are like, oh, 6 months I'm good. They're like, oh, Lord, I'm not saying like I go to church daily.
People are different with it.
Like you wonder like, hey, so where is Jesus? I'm like, I'm said to me, but then I believe lakini si lazima niende church. Like, hey, because we go to church for that fellowship na unajua tukiomba si wawili tunapeana nguvu. So that's the purpose, and I think people don't really understand ama get the difference ama boundaries. Also create boundaries even in church. Ile ya you offending me in church does not make me stop going to church. I'm coming to church because of me. Whatever happens, shenanigan or even the pastor or I have issues with anyone, it's not going to affect Adina by they going to church. Me intend about church because siendi juu ya anybody. So because people wana hiyo ground poa, but I'm saying nakuta na mama uliacha kana church. Oh, mama fulani walianza. So what? Are you going to church because of this or mamas you aren't? So I think religion is a matter that a lot of people, especially in our generation, you have not spoken out. Kueleza watu more like you can't stop going to church because someone offended you. You know, go to another, like sisemi uhame church, but jifunze wewe mwenyewe kuwa na hiyo unaenda church juu ya God, si juu ya watu. So that's another one. So kwa ground watu wengi na kanisa wanasema wanaombea kwa nyumba, wasikiza Hope FM, which is okay, but you know, going to church is a different vibe. Gives you a different
not
vibe.
Even going to church, the fact that you can just you yourself umetenga ukasema Wednesdays are my days for fasting. And then people are like, you fast? Gosh, all my life miss day fast.
Because kula.
Ama you pray just for the little stuff like praying for a meal before you eat. And people are like, mi naombanga tu nikienda hata saizi tu ninaweza tu omba ni yani. No,
they take the matter so lightly and they're like, wow, I wish you just knew that.
But I mean, nimeka hata 2 years sijui kanyambia hivi church, and they're so okay with that. I'm not judging you, like we need to be yani so rooted in whatever you believe in. Either you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or you're a Hindu, whatever you believe in, be strong in it.
So that's like my comparison, that the now generation ni watu wengi sana waendi church as compared to kitambo, and I wish the number actually grew. We're in a space where we are calling it revival. If you don't know about that, please Google and learn more about it. It's about revival, and the things that happen in the Bible right now, they're going to even happen at a greater level. And those people that are in churches are the ones God is going to use. I'm not saying if you're not in church, God is not going to use. Probably you're the next prophet, but like those who are going to be available are the ones who God is going to use. And in this season, it's when a big army is going to be raised again to go back to church. Because watu walikuwa ni kama watu walitokanga, wakajua happy, wakajua you know, hizo maform hivi wakapotea. So this time God moving in a calm, that's why you're calling it revival. It's going to bring back people there. And if any of the things we are talking about, if you want to, like, we talk more about it, comment down below the topic, and then we'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
Yes. So your next point.
And the next one, my next point is that he should sacrifice his friends, his time and family for me. That is the reality that we go into relationships thinking.
Oh yeah.
Any expectation, sorry, but the reality. Yeah, I mean, I won't have to sacrifice my time, my family, my friends for you. I did it. Nimesema kwa my previous point, it's not worth it.
Me, I think
So
for me, like when I get into a relationship, most of the time najipatanga nina sink in the nini, like I'm not even making time for maybe my siblings or my family, but especially like my bro like I remember last week he told me, look at chini tuongee. So umeanza kudate, so nowadays you don't have time with me, you don't want to bond with me, you don't know how I'm even doing mentally, you don't know how my school is going on, you know. Umeniacha sasa, you have you have a boyfriend. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna create time for us to bond. So it's also good, like if you're like thinking that, you know, you'll sacrifice.
It depends
everything.
though, because I think sometimes he should sacrifice some things for you, and you should also sacrifice some things, because you cannot forever be choosing your friends over him, and vice versa, because you pia utasikia vibaya kishinanga na mabishti zake na yuko. So I think balance, just balance, don't overdo on one side. Kama this weekend amespend na familia yake, next weekend na spend naye, next weekend na marafiki zake, hivyo tu. Yeah, just balance.
Yes. So me, I totally agree, and I think I'm gonna work on that, because spend hiyo, hata mi spend hiyo, because I miss my bro, by the way.
Kama complain.
Ingekuwa yeye, wow! Mama dema anakuja kutukatia hapa hii relationship yetu. So my next point. So for me, like I will say, like the fifth one for me that I had written is about money. So like this
a very sensitive one.
Sensitive. So like the baby girls, slay queens, the ones I'm talking about. So wanataka like the guy to cater for everything when it comes to money issues. So probably you're going out, then you cater for everything. In my opinion, if I'm dating you and you okay, by the way, first of all, I'll wait for you to give. So if you're giving, like somehow you're treating me, you're using money on me. When I have money, if I have money, I don't feel any type of trouble using it on you. But sasa kuna wale selfish. Notice kuna wale selfish. Sasa pia mimi nikomsoto, so mimi nado. But if you are giving, and I'll give back. But then there are these two baby girls that want the man to take care of you every time. You even now starting, maybe you are not rent being paid, so now you're starting to be like unaanza kulipwa, and now the guy used to cater for, you know, even once, like say, you know, I'm paying for dinner today, so me, I'm that girl, I'm gonna be like, oh, today I'm paying for, you know, but after sometimes I've observed you know. But yeah, it's sad because now the guys wanapata pressure, like mimi tu nalipia kila kitu, na pia yeye ana earn pesa yake anapeleka happy, you know. Come on, let's match energies. Hakuna pale imeandikwa ati only a guy who should take you out, but you know, match energies.
Na feel guilty kwa hiyo point.
What? Okay, baby girl. Like me, I will. But if you spend money on me,
you'll spend on them.
I think anyone who I've dated, we have crossed on that. Like, if you spend money on me, I'm gonna spend it. Unless, like, you are just like hajaonja pesa yangu, but the experiences I've had, you know, and like you know, if you give me money, like not even give, like if you spend money on me, I'm gonna spend. I don't have a problem spending it on you, as long as it's also at a place in your zoe. Sasa ikuwa tu mimi ndio napeana. No, some men we call like, kuna pesa sasa wewe. So I really make sure niko once ile tu ujue ati ama
on special occasions kama birthday yake, anniversary.
Even if you have a case na maybe I'm like, oh baby, kuna hiyo hotel mpya niliona, let's go. I'm gonna, it's my bill. Yeah, you know me, I'm that type of a girl. But the generation side, oh,
akina sisi,
akina hawa, you will pay for everything, anything. Every time you're going out, I probably maybe even the savings of that.
I 50,000 and stuff. Just
what?
My money is my money. Your money is our money.
Yes, like I don't know where that mentality. Where did you get that mentality from? Because me, I'm like, no, your money is like ours. So if you spend on me, I'm gonna spend. If you don't spend on me, I'm like, yo, I don't have money, but you know, at a certain level, sorry. Okay, but that's my point.
Wow, it is even my last point.
What?
As in the expectations that I had entering into a relationship is that he will take care of me financially.
Everything is certain.
Yeah, like from everything. Like your money is our money, my money is my money. Whatever I do with my money is none of your business. But that is wrong. Actually, it is so wrong because it is so unfair. Because the same way you feel like entitled to your money is the same way this guy feels, but he's willing to be like lenient. So just I think your point yako pia ndo nitasema do me, I do you. If today I'm the one doing this, tomorrow do that. Ama if I'm paying rent, pay for the electricity bill and the water bill or buy food. Yani at this point in life where life is so hard, just try and be nice. At least mimi kifanya nifanye. Ndio tutabagata ama yako tunatumia yangu tuna save, you see. Such things.
Yeah, na mnasonga mbali when the two of you are supporting each other towards one direction. So I think we can even have more points about this. So if you enjoy this conversation, kindly comment down below for part 2 and we're gonna make part 2. So we have come to the end of today's video. We had 5 points. You had 6. Can you say the bonus one?
But nimesema zote ni ya financially nimeshikana na hiyo yako ya money.
Okay, so she has said all her points. So if you want more discussions like this, or any topic that was interesting to you, comment down below and we will surely do it because we are here for you guys.
Yeah.
And thank you so much if you have watched this far. Yeah, so much. Yeah, thank you so much. So also watch, like, subscribe to her channel at Aurelia Pendo. She's at 88
saizi as we shoot this year.
It's 88. So get her to 100 and 200.
Guys.
You know, 1 million. Whether as we are open to God, you're like, take us to, you know, so the people who are going to be used to is you. So please, like, press on subscribe. Put all your notifications on so that when you post, you get to see every video that you're going to post. And thank you so much this far. Yes, thank you and bye.
Bye guys.